as much Irish as it is Romanian.
Maybe even more so. We must remember that Bram Stoker never went to Romania. All that he learned about Eastern Europe and Romania was at the British Library in London, where he read, of course, about the geography and the landscape and the people and their traditions. But he also, while there, read a lot about Celtic legends, Celtic stories, including a quite famous book at the time called History of Ireland. If you think of the Gaelic language, there is a phrase in the Gaelic language that resonates very much with the word Dracula, and that's Dracula, which means bad blood. So if you consider Dracula phonetically and Dracula, they're almost the same. And the Celtic tribes that eventually came to Ireland, they would have begun their journey coming east to Romania, to Transylvania, and then went north to Ireland, bringing their language with them and bringing this phrase Dracula. Another Irish connection would have been the famine. While Bram Stoker wrote Dracula at the end of the 19th century, his parents, his uncles, his aunts would have lived through the horrific famine of the mid-19th century, would have told them the terrific, horrible stories of that time. And peasants that were trying to survive the famine, they would have drank animal blood, pig blood perhaps, or cow blood, or mixed it with cereals to make small cakes for them to eat. And
Like black pudding.
exactly. If we consider our timeless Ulster delicacy, the next time you eat a slice of black pudding, you might be closer to Dracula than you think.
The book itself, though, Dracula, when it came out, it wasn't really a commercial success at all.
Unfortunately not. Bram hardly made any money from all the research and all the work into what is now among the top best-selling books ever in the history of the printed word. His wife did gain some money, though not a lot, from payments from a German movie-making company that produced the first ever film on Dracula, which was called Nosferatu.
But 100 years later, I suppose we're still talking about him, so his name lives on.
Exactly. He's not rich, but he's left a rich literary heritage behind.